In life, I believe one of the most important things that you can do is to set values and not goals. Hello, welcome back to my 90 days of lessons for me to you. And as I said before, setting values is one of the, I believe, best ways to never really experience burnout in your life and to honestly experience what I would call at least the closest to you can get to complete satisfaction with your life. And what I mean by this, so goals are they're finite things. They're definite things that they have an end goal. It's somewhere you want to get. It's something you want to do. But values are your belief system. It's things that you want to either do or live through or something of that nature. So let me give you an example for this, right? A goal of mine is to have a successful YouTube channel, right? Like I want to have 100 subscribers, 100,000, said 100 subscribers. I would love to have 100 subscribers, but 100,000 subscribers, 200,000, a million subscribers even. But a value of mine for this YouTube channel is I want to sorry, I thought I just saw a butterfly flying on me. Is I want to help people, right? I want to touch people. I want my voice to help people in the aspect of maybe they're feeling down that day, maybe they're feeling demotivated that day, maybe just they feel lost and they don't feel like anyone is listening to them or they don't feel seen. I want them to be able to open up a YouTube video and get some advice from me or get some entertainment from me and just kind of forget about their problems for that day. That is a value of mine through when I'm doing YouTube, right? Um, and the reason why I say that you should set values and not goals is because when your goals are met and it's something that you've been chasing for years, for a long time, dude, I can speak from experience. You do feel a sense of satisfaction, but then you're like, okay, what's next? Like on to the next. And for me, I really came to this when as I mentioned before, I got into my physical therapy program. Once that happened, dude, I was like, okay, like this is a thing that I've been wanting for the past 3, 4 years, and I'm finally here. Why doesn't it, feel better? It's just like it felt empty. Like I was happy, Honestly, no, I wouldn't even say I was happy. I was like, okay, like cool, it's something that happened. And I kind of just went on about my day. Even like throughout my day to day, I don't even think about it, bro. Like, sure, I because this is what I really focus on, but for the most part, I don't think about it. And I mean, my value for wanting to be a physical therapist is to one, help people, help them to get back their physical capabilities and help them with their independence and things like that, and the positivity that it provides for society. But I would be lying to you if I said that was like how it started. Like, that's not how it started. Obviously, I had the goal, I want a doctorate since I was a kid. Sure, you can have goals and then apply values to them later. But I feel like if you have your set values, like your core set values before, and then your goals align with those values of things that you want to do, it feels so much better. And the thing with your goals are, you hyper focus on those one things, and they help you to achieve them and get to there. But if you have your values, you can focus on so many different things that meets those values. Like, again, for me, for example, I want to help people, I want to touch people, I want to give back to people. In college, sure, it was for my programs, but I volunteered at a food bank because one thing that I've always been advocate for, and not saying that these people are homeless, but homeless people, right? I've always been aware of the fact that homeless people are, they're like the it's cyclical, right? Like everyone's like, oh, homeless people, if you're homeless, just go get a job. You can't get a job if you don't have an address. Why can't you get a job if you don't have an address? You can't get a bank account if you don't have an address. What does a bank account matter? Your paycheck goes to your bank account. Nowadays, people really don't use paychecks anymore. It's, what's called direct deposit. And any meaningful job that pays you a sum of money to the point where, you can, go rent a house, buy a house, have a source of income, because you do need a source of income to even rent an apartment. to even rent, from somebody. If you're lucky enough, you'll find somebody out there who's probably renting a house, or they're desperate enough. But at that point, they're like, like, oh, I don't know if I really want him to blah 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 help and all that stuff. But I'm getting off a tangent. But so yeah, a value of mine is, again, I want to give back to people. I want to help people, and that, I believe, is my biggest core value. And another value of mine is my own happiness. I value my own happiness, and I will do any and everything to, within reason, of course, as always, within reason, guys, to achieve my own happiness, right? And this is going to be, another relationship story, but with the woman that I was with before, my friends, they're just like, well, one of my friends, he was like, why'd you get back with her? Like, she broke up with you, blah, blah, blah. You guys weren't, you don't know what happened, blah, blah, blah. But a conversation that I had with my brother, this was last summer. He's like, dude, whatever anyone else says to you and whatever else they're talking to you, yeah, they're trying to give you advice and they're speaking from their own experience. But at the end of the day, it's your life, and what makes you happy are the things that you have to do, because your own happiness is your own happiness. Your own happiness is what's going to carry you through your life, whether you feel fulfilled or not. So again, it didn't end the way I wanted it to end, but at the end of the day, I'm happy that I tried. That's another thing. I always want to try. As long as it's not hurting me or hurting anybody else, I'll try. I feel like the coolest thing that you can do in life is try new things, try to be different, try to, be yourself as much as possible. But I like seeing people who try, whether your dream is so stupid or so outlandish or so like out of the norm, again, within reason, as long as it's not hurting anybody. I love to see when people try. And trying, that's another value of mine. I will always try, and even if it, blows up in my face and didn't end the way that I wanted it to, I tried at the end of the day, and I can live with that. I'm happy with that. I'm satisfied with that. And a lot of people don't understand that. So, yeah. But yeah, the big reason why I want to make this video is because I feel like in today's society, a lot of people make goals and set goals for themselves, and it's not satisfying. I've mentioned this example before. My friend, he wanted a house. He got the house. He sat in the house and he cried because he felt empty. He was 20. I think he was either 20 or 21. Bought a house, had a mortgage. It was his own house, his own place. It wasn't crazy, but it was his own spot. And he cried because he's like, wow, this isn't hitting how I wanted it to. Now, what value he could have assigned to that, I don't know. Maybe independence. That's a value you could have, value your own independence. But I don't know. I do value my own independence, and it's one of the reasons why I want my own apartment within the next year. Whether, hopefully, I really do. This is going to be like a side tangent for me personal, so you guys can get like an aspect into my life. I really hope that YouTube does well enough so I can at least rent a 1-bedroom apartment just for myself. It doesn't need to pay for anything else. Just a 1-bedroom apartment. That's all I need. But yeah, getting back on topic. Having your values and knowing what they are and sticking to them is one of the best things that you can do as a human. And I believe society would be way better off if people had their values and they stuck to them as much as they did their goals. So yeah, that is day 10. Yeah, this is day 10. It's a beautiful day outside today. Not like yesterday was raining. And the pond's not too bad, but no, it is a fantastic day today. So as always, pray to God. Always talk to God about your problems. Love yourself before you love anybody else. And if there's nobody out there that loves you, I love you. There's somebody out there that loves you. And yeah, that's it for today. I love you. Goodbye.